Call hello, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone of Ruel. I am not a member, however, I have entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Since I don't have a lot of time, I'm going to try, according to the Spirit, try and make this quick. But I just want to use this simple story, this quick. I don't really know how to word it, but I'm just going to use this TikTok as a backdrop for, as an example for multiple reasons, because what we're going to see in the near future, we got the famine of the word coming and things of that nature, and Jacob's trouble, prophecy must come to pass. Why? Because Yahweh said so, and his word does not return unto him void. So as we have the time and the freedom and the ability to look things up and to learn and to grow that spirit, man, it would behoove you to do so, because when nobody else has answers, or should I say, when the ability to find answers have been taken away, people are going to go their own way. People are going to believe any old thing, right? They're going to fall victim to many different philosophies. And some of those philosophies or some of those things may entail them persecuting those who truly fear the Lord, because that they think that, that's the right way to go. They are going to blame those of us who fear Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai in sincerity and in truth, those who follow, the Lamb whithersoever he go. But the beauty of it is the Lord said that the elect would be protected. And a lot of the false Christians are going to be fodder, all right? They're going to be shields for the elect. So again, this is just a backdrop, but it's good. It's good to look at. It's good to use in order to sharpen your sword. Use videos like this as a whetstone, and you can sharpen your sword, going into the scriptures, disproving everything that is said in certain things like this. And just to give a heads up, it is, I believe, no, it is not a Mormon doctrine. I think it's an agnostic doctrine, if I'm not mistaken. But, without further ado, here we go.
On Prime. And the first 2 minutes of this video is going to, well, you just have to see it to understand. Check this out.
Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil. Lucifer was one of these angels.
All right, we understand. I hate to pause it, but I cannot help it. Again, you can use this as a whetstone, right? Your Bible is your sword, your two-edged sword, and fodder and folly like this, cunningly devised fables like this are your whetstone. Use it to sharpen your sword. But we understand that Lucifer in the book of Isaiah means light bearer, right? It is a title and for a group of people. And we understand that Job 9:24 tells you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, except that their light, right? Lucifer meaning light bearer or knowledge, their light is darkness. It is of the left-hand side. It is clean contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments that would allow the earth to flourish. So there's one right there.
He was a dreamer with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven, for they felt his way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world.
We understand that there is complete order in heaven. Satan, who they are confusing by calling the title Lucifer, as a man or as a entity or as a being. Satan is the top angel on the left-hand side, created to do the wickedness, created, because you cannot have good without evil. And the Lord tells you that a false balance is an abomination. How do you know what good is, lest there be evil, and vice versa? And the Lord, Yahweh, is omnipotent, right? Yahweh Shai being on the head of the right side. That is why I said you read the scriptures and it tells you he is at the right hand of the Father. There is no war. There is no, coup. There is none of that. That is just a cunningly devised fable. The Lord sends Satan to do the bidding that he needs to do, he's created to do. All right, everything is in perfect and righteous order. How is it that the things that you can see, the ecosystem, the earth, the animals in earth that are meant to clean the water, that are meant to clean the soil, even the intricacies of your internal organs, as I did a video yesterday about the gut and the brain being connected, right? There are intricacies within your DNA that nobody has figured out yet, and Esau Edom calls it quote unquote junk DNA. But there's no such thing as junk when it comes to the creation of the Lord. Everything has a purpose. And I say all that to say that Satan has a purpose. Yahushua has a purpose. We have purposes, whether it be to fulfill prophecy on the left or on the right. Everything. There is no waste with the Heavenly Father. So how in the hell could he create something down here and it be in perfect order, but where he dwells, there isn't perfect order? It's fucking stupid. And that ain't even the point of the video I'm trying to get. Is making me mad. I really just wanted to get some precepts about trusting in the Lord and not in your flesh, and not leaning to your own understanding. So let me just try to keep going. But at the same time, I can't quench the spirit. Sometimes you just got to say something.
So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their ways. From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith, equals as the first of mankind. But despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will. She fled the garden. Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell deeply in love. Together, they wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve, who gladly accepted. But this gift came with a curse, for with this single act of disobedience, evil finally found its way into earth. With it, a new realm.
Right, and we understand that the spirit of Cain, fast forward thousands of years, is the spirit of Esau. And we understand in the book of Maccabees when it tells you when the Greeks, the so-called Greeks, the Edomites that called themselves Greeks, when they got up, evils were multiplied in the earth, right? And that symbology of the apple is knowledge, is a it's a parable of a way of life. Okay. There was Adam and Eve. And you also type in GMS Lilith, or I believe if you go to Remnant Saved 144, I did Elder Yashawama's video yesterday. So there is his link to a video in my video yesterday. Click on his channel and go into Lilith, right? There's a very exhaustive explanation on who that is and why, fast forwarding all the way up into today, which is like the god of, she's the for lack of a better term, a patron saint of feminism. And let's see if we can pull a little something up real quick. Just real quick. Let's see. I don't really know. Let me see. Some theological scholars acknowledge Liz as the first Eve. The mother of Adam's, the harmonic offspring. It's so much. I would have to find that video. If I can, I will do my best to. But if not, I've given you the way forward, so you need to find that. But anyway, the symbology of the apple, all right, or eating of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, is us going off, right? The Lord gave us a way, especially he gave the priesthood orally down to Adam, right? And we ended up going off. And, you can see that that parallel with Solomon. So Solomon, right, was handed the kingdom through his father David, all right? And he went off making marriages with the heathen, for worshiping their gods instead of following the way that Yahweh sent, or that David showed him through his fathers, right? And following Yahweh, following the ways that we were supposed to follow. But I'm digressing. I'm trying not to. So please, Baba Kashaf, forgive me. I'm kind of like veering off and losing the point of the video. So let it play.
Realm of darkness and sin, and the order heaven had worked to maintain was shattered. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good that came from humanity, only the cruel and the wicked. Ashamed, Lucifer lost his will to dream, but Lilith thrived, empowering demonkind with her voice and her songs, and as the numbers of hell grew, so did its power. Threatened by this, heaven made a truly heartless decision, that every year they would send down an army, an extermination, to ensure hell and its sinners could never rise against them. But Lilith's hope remained, and her dream was passed down to their precious daughter, the Princess of Hell. Don't worry, Mom. I'll make you proud.
Alright, so, yeah. Good fucking grief. So you see it. Alright, now, I just wanted to use that as a backdrop. And again, what I'm saying, the point of this video I want to reiterate is that when answers can no longer be searched out or not provided to those, people will form their own. All right. So it is imperative right now, while you have the time, availability, and opportunity, search out the Lord. Whatever you lack, pray. Okay, according to the book of James that I always get. And ensure that you are building up that spirit, man, because we are in for a hell of a ride. Okay, that is if you don't understand anything else. If anybody's telling you we've already suffered, we've already paid, we just finna waltz into the kingdom, false prophet. Unless they repent, may Yahweh Bashim Yahushua destroy them, because they are lulling you to sleep. Isaiah 50:11. Behold, and I'm going to get into the NLT as well. Behold, all ye that kindle a fire, that compass yourselves about with sparks, walk in the light of your fire, and in the sparks that ye have kindled, this shall ye have of mine hand. Ye shall lie down in sorrow. So let's get it in that good old NLT, because sometimes it kind of really helps you. It brings it on home. Same thing, but in the NLT. But watch out, you who live in your own light, right? And we went over the light, okay, the symbology of what that is, knowledge and understanding, and warm yourselves by your own fire, right, leaning to your own understanding. This is the reward you will receive from me. You will soon fall down in great torment. So the Lord said it, therefore it is true. Point blank, period, in the discussion. There is no alternative, right? There's no private interpretation. The Lord said it, it will be done. That goes for the bad and the good. All the more reason to fall in line, to understand that we were wrong and we ought to be seeking the Lord, seeking his way. And we're going to join that up with Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not, it says leave, but it's lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil. So, matter of fact, we're going to, I need Psalms. So I'm going to run through these. But we ain't going to, jump over nothing. All right, so we understand that the Lord is our guide. The Lord is Psalms 119 and 105, he is a light unto our feet and a lamp unto our path. All right, so let's read where we're at now, 20 and 7 on down. Some trust in chariots and some in horses. But we will remember the name of the Lord our power. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. You see the complete contrast, and it is black and white. And I said it once and I say it again. Niggas hate black and white. They just can't stand on something, especially when it comes to truth and righteousness. They need gray area. They need wiggle room. Jeremiah 17:5. Straight to the point. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and make flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. So we'll get that, Jeremiah 17:5. Let's pull it up in the NLT. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wisdom from the Lord is the title. This is what Yahweh says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from the Lord. They are like stunted shrubs in the desert with no hope for the future. You understand what it means to not have hope? Especially, and I'm going to say this ad infinitum, ad nauseum, especially in the times that are coming. If you have no hope, it's like, why continue? You get to doing desperate things. You get to get in dire straits, right? And there's that age-old adage that says when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. They will live in the barren wilderness and in an uninhabited salty land, right? So the salty land would be signify like no vegetation, no growth, no food. And you can liken that unto not having any answers, any knowledge, any truth. Right? Because, this is many times that the parables of wisdom is linked unto food consumption or water, drinking water. Verse 7, but blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. They are like trees planted along the riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by heat or worried by long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they never stop producing fruit. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I'll tell you what, these scriptures is deep. They are cold. Let me see. What we got? John. I believe it's John I need to be in. Let's see. No. Damn. I forget where. I don't remember what I was trying to get. Here we go. Jonah, not John, Jonah. So straight to the point. 2 and 8. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. So bear all of these scriptures in mind. And remember this. Hopefully it comes to your memory if there's ever a situation that arises. I pray that these scriptures that I'm grabbing help you, that you can reflect on them, that the Lord puts it on your heart to remember, and you can walk upright, and you can walk in the path that you need to go without leaning unto your flesh, without serving your belly, right? Without following your own path that will lead you surely to destruction. Romans 1 verse 20, for the invisible thing, 21. No, we'll do 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world, 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shown it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood. But the things that are made, even his eternal power, and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. And then the point is in 21 and 22. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Okay, and there's the point, there's the theme. Get away out of your own thoughts, get away out of your own imaginations. It only leads you to fall. It only leads you to destruction. It only leads you to torment. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So, of course, naturally, we're going to roll on down here to the NLT. Oop. Where are we at? All right, God's anger at sin, as you see. Did I say 19? They know the truth about God because he has made it obvious to them forever since the world was created. But the people have seen the earth and sky. Though everything God made, they can clearly see his invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature. So they have no excuse for not knowing Yahweh. All right, so here's the point. Well, yes, they knew God, but they wouldn't worship him as God or even give him thanks. And they began to think foolish ideas of what God looked like or what God was like. As a result, their minds became dark and confused. Claiming to be wise, they instead became utter fools. So, again, I'm hitting these precepts and they're there, and I'm lining them up in a way that shows without you building up this spirit, man, without you taking advantage of the grace that the Lord has given, all you will do is lead yourself to destruction, lead yourself into darkness. All right, your own understanding equals darkness. While we're here, I'm going to get 10. And that is the legacy of our people in the past, right? Disobedient, idol worshippers, adulterers, all the wickedness that we can do, we are doing it again. Here again in Babylon the Great, right? The daughter of Babylon. Well, that's a damn lie. 10 and 3. For they don't understand Yahweh's way of making people right with himself, right? Because his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, right? His ways are higher than our ways. Refusing to accept Yahweh's way, they cling to their own way of getting right with God by the trying. Oh no, I don't like the way that's written. But I understand what is being said. I just want to make sure sometimes, you gotta flow like water. That NLT does have its moments. Let's read it at the top. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh. So you see, that was a legacy of our people as well, and they are doing it again today. Instead of falling in line with what the scriptures say, they go about they're sneaking up another way, right? They're trying to go about it on their own. They're trying to incorporate the scriptures and mold them that fits their life instead of doing what the Lord told them to do. So that's all the precepts that I have. I pray that you are edified. I pray that you are able to call these things into remembrance whenever the time comes, whenever the situation arises for you individually. So with that being said,